I saw a video of Jeff Bezos, and he was like on the Lex Friedman podcast, and he was talking about how you can never judge somebody by their public persona, and that I understand what he's saying. Like most people in the public world, in the online world, are not who they show themselves to be. Like recently, I saw like a video of Stephen Bartlett, and he was talking about how like there's this one of these billionaire like AI CEOs, and he is like in public he's like saying xyz things like AI is good, this is that, and in the back, like where he's in his private conversations with his friends, he's like, bro, we're all screwed, like this is bad, and this is like it's all going to shit, and there's all these things. And I understand that's how it is for the vast majority of like CEOs and big like politicians and big like all that, these people, and it's very weird. It's very weird because I look at people like Kanye, and I use that as like a specific example because a lot of his statements are like, I'm just being me. Like his lyrics and stuff is like, I'm just being me. And Kanye is widely considered the best artist of all time. Like every artist you talk to that's like really good, you just look at their interviews and stuff. Anybody even in the lower rungs, like fashion brand owners, music, whatever, they all like Kanye is like the best. He really is like the goat. Maybe 50 Cent also, but Kanye has this very unique thing where he has this wide like music, art, performance, fashion, all this like very multifaceted like polymath artist type thing, like a polymathic artist type thing, and like this really good use of colors and emotions and all that. And he talks about this, which is he's like, I'm just being me. Like people are playing a character, whereas I'm just being me. And Jim Carrey also talks about this, and I think definitely that's one of the reasons why he's uh, the best artist. And I don't know, because this is one thing I'm struggling with almost. It's like I'm filming these videos, and I was thinking about this today. I'm like, who am I? Like, who am I showing to you guys? Is this the mask? There's that Japanese saying like, you show one mask to the world, you show one mask to your friends and family, and then there's one mask that's actually you. And you read all these books like 48 Laws of Power and all these different books, and he talks about how you need to show yourself in a way. It's a social stage, and life is people don't really like when you're as authentic and sincere and raw, and it hurts people's feelings and offends people and all these things. And it is true, you have to kind of like learn to do this. But this is one of the things where I'm like, this is very weird, because to become an artist, to become a really good artist, and to become like a really good person also, you need to be extremely aligned with the truth. Like that's literally what it is. Truth is like the baseline of reality. Like physics is like all these first principles thinking people say, I don't really know what it means, other than that I know it's like root cause. What's the root cause? That's my understanding of it. It's like, what's the baseline root cause, fundamental like guiding principles, right? And if you believe in like God, then it's like the laws of God are the fundamental baseline truths. So whether those are like, I'm not talking about like you shall not kill, like not I'm not talking about that type of stuff. I'm talking about what governs the laws of reality itself, whether that's energy, frequency, vibration, like what these Tesla guys were talking about. And what are those things that guide reality itself, all these manifestation principles. And so when I see Kanye always like talking about things, and he's doing these things that people don't like, he's declaring his visions and then he's doing it. And I saw these reels of him. It's like, people are always telling me like, why do you say your vision and then do it? And I'm like, why not? Like, and he's complaining about it. He's like complaining about how he's just being himself and all these things. And whereas I see videos of like Mike Tyson and like Conor McGregor, like more warrior type guys, and they're talking about like there's no profit in being understood by people, because when people understand you, they can play you, they can take advantage of you, they can fuck with you, they can fuck you over, they can do all these different things. And so there's, as an entrepreneur, as a warrior, there's no profit in being understood. You want to be misunderstood. It's better for you, because then you can maneuver through the world. And so for me, I find myself in like this very weird place, because I am a warrior, but I'm also an artist. So I'm very much aligned with the truth, and I'm always trying to speak the truth. And I also lie, like I'm a human being. Sometimes I lie. If my mom asks me, do you think I'm fat? Or my girlfriend asks me, do you think I'm fat? I'm gonna feel like, no, like, no, of course not. Even if my girlfriend looks like a cow, I'm not gonna say, yeah, it is what it is. So there is this baseline level of truth that we kind of have to come to, and that's what authenticity is and transparency is. Because I'm putting these videos out, this is literally who I am. You're not seeing anything different. If you come to my home right now and you talk to me, this is exactly who I am. If you ask my friends, anybody that's known me, and you make them watch these videos and you ask them, is there a discrepancy between who he's showing himself to be and who he is? If they've known me a long time ago, they'll be like, yeah, he's a lot more stern, assertive, confident, dominant, whatever, or a lot more sharp, lot more truthful, and all those different things. But hey, look at this. Why are you hiding? Why are you hiding? Scared? Hey. So it's very weird for me now, because I'm putting out all these videos and I feel like I'm just being me, bro. Like, I'm just showing myself exactly as I am. I'm telling you guys what I think, what's good for you, what's good for me, what my life has been. And it's very weird. It's a very, very weird feeling. Not saying it, because it's like I shouldn't be who I am. The world wants me to be fake. The world rewards you for being fake. The world doesn't want you to be sincere and honest and loyal and this and that. Obviously, that's good, and that's what God wants you to be, and that's what it means, like, for you to be an enlightened hero and going on your journey and being a destiny. It's living by these principles, even though the world doesn't reward it. It's very similar how religion and psychology and spirituality and philosophy and all these things have these baseline, like, just common principles. It's like in the Bible they call it like the narrow path, and like spiritual communities they call it being chosen one, and in business world and like all this stuff, you say breaking out of the matrix, being the 1%er. And it's all the same thing, man. It's all the same thing. It just comes down to, are you being the best you can be in every way? Are you speaking the truth? Are you trying to do right by people? Because when you do wrong to another person, it's like, if you understand how this karma energy shit works, it's like as soon as you think a bad thought about other person, it's coming back to you. It's already applying in your subconscious mind. That's what you think of yourself and the world. It's already negatively affecting you. And then there's a rebound effect that thing causes. And every bad action you do to another person also has a rebound effect. Karma, you can call it, or God punishing you, or you can just call it input output. It doesn't matter what it is, right? But these are the fundamental, like, baseline truths. And so if one of you met me and you sat next to me and you spoke to me, it's like, am I showing you everything about me right now? No. I'm not showing you all my sins, because I've done a lot of sins to myself, to other people. I've made tons of mistakes. I'm not a saint. I'm not talking about all the worst aspects of my character. I'm not talking about all the best aspects either. I'm not doing any of that, right? It's just, this is still what I'm showing you is true. I'm not showing you a fake thing. And because I see so many interviews on YouTube by a lot of successful people, and it's very sad. But you can like, if you learn body language and if you watch eye movements and lips and nose, and if you know how, even though what they say, the associations they make with other people behind the scenes, you can observe things. You know people are lying, you know people are not honest. And that's why no matter what people say, what you do, if you are like authentic as hell, you always stand out. If you look at guys like Conor McGregor, Kanye West, 50 Cent, Donald Trump, all these guys, like, the world hates them for speaking the truth because they offend people. They're polymathic, they're good at so many different things, they make people insecure. But nobody makes you insecure. You feel insecure, you blame it on the guy making you insecure, you know? It's that stuff. No matter what it is, it really is that if your heart is pure and if you're doing right by people and you're doing right by yourself and you're walking the correct thing, like, God really has your back. Like, the universe will not allow you to die and perish while going on this journey that is like, it's for the benefit of humanity. As a hero, you're serving the world, you're serving humanity. Like, God has given you this thing that is a gift. When you fulfill your destiny, you help the soul of the world. And that's a line from The Alchemist, and it really is like that. And so, like, this is one of the things. This is not even like an advice video. It's just, this is where I am at right now, because I know who I am. I have unbreakable integrity. I am loyal to the bone. Okay, and these things make me very brave. And I've endured a lot, and I offend people a lot because I just say things as it is. I'm very blunt. You know, I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'm doing it because, like, I can see 8 steps ahead, and I know that if I take the risk of trying to tell you the truth now, you might hate me. But then when you eventually run into that 8th step and it blows up in your face, you'll be like, okay, I trust this guy now because he was telling me the truth. He actually cares about me. He actually loves me. You know, he's a good person. He's a good leader. He's a good friend, whatever. Whereas I can see people running into like a wall, and it's like, I'll be gone by the time they reach and hit the wall, and they're gonna like suffer for it, you know. And obviously, I can't save everyone and help everyone, but trying my best to be the most authentic, transparent version. And I've been watching this guy called Chase Hughes. He's like the CIA profiler guy, but he talks a lot about these videos. And I like watching very intense, hardcore people who have been through like serious things in life. I don't want advice, life advice from some kid who made like a million making some crypto pump. Like, I don't want some dickhead's advice. I want guys who have been through war, like actual war, you know, special forces. I want advice from billionaires. I want advice from presidents and kings. I want advice from, like, even it's not a money thing. Even if it's like some farmer who works 18 hours a day, he talks about how the seeds and the nature works. I want people with real life experience, you know, people who have 8 kids, people who grew up in poverty, people who grew up in this thing. Bro, that's life. Like, that's the juice of life. Like, life is so much more than just this scrolling on your phone, seeing some fake reel of some girls in some party in Ibiza. That's like not even real. None of these people are happy. They just shake their ass for that one video and then they leave. And then you see that 30 seconds and you're like, oh my god, my life sucks. Bro, that's not even real, bro. You're losing your fucking mind of something that's not even real. And none of these people are as happy. Like, you can see these interviews of all these content creators talking about how they're like a slave. They're literally like a slave to the content machine, and their life sucks, and they're not who they are. They don't have any real opinions. They don't have any real sovereignty. They don't like, they can't even be a human. Like, that's the thing. What I'm trying to say is, like, forget the money, forget the fame, forget the power, forget the women, forget all that. At the end of the day in life, you have you. Life is a single player game. No matter what anybody says about like friendship and family, and those are the most important things and like the most beautiful things in life, and the quality of your life is extremely is extreme. This smells like piss, dude. Is extremely like dictated by the quality of the relationships and the people you have around you. But no matter what it is, no matter how good the people around you are, if you can't control your mind, and if your internal and your headspace is not good, there's just zero chance, like absolutely zero chance. Because you can have the best dad, best mom, best friends, best girlfriend, best husband, best job, best this thing, but if you choose to be a miserable, bitter, resentful, ungrateful asshole all the time, it's not gonna happen. And all of that usually comes from being inauthentic to yourself. That's when judgment comes, and that's where all these things come. And I was watching that Chase Hughes guy's video yesterday, and he was talking about this video, like this game of life thing, and it was like the 5 main rules of life is like love versus fear. And I have already spoken about this in this video, so it's very weird for me to see. And I'm like, whoa, I'm this far ahead. Like, this guy is talking about these things, and I'm like, I already apply all of this, and I'm already living by all of this. So it's very interesting. But yeah, it's it's weird, bro. Life, when you like the every fucking auto is pissing me off. I have the weirdest YouTube channel hands down on the planet. It's just me with the camera just like brain dumping, but I mean that's what I want to do in this channel also, because it's like I'll build this sexy mega company and everybody will be like, who's this guy? And they'll see the videos like this dumbass always talking about some random bullshit. But the Chase Hughes videos, when I was seeing it, it's like this guy, he's a CIA like high level guy, and he understands like psychopathy and like manipulation and like propaganda and psyops and all this crazy shit, okay? And he is just talking about how the game of life works. And when I saw that, I remembered again this thing. It's like when you start your journey, it's what you think life is not what life actually is. And that's the thing, what people call breaking out of the matrix. The hero's journey is when you start together and the hero leaves and goes, and then the hero stands from outside, and the hero can see the confines almost of reality, and he can see all the people that are on the other side, and he has to constantly remind himself that he is one of them again. And that's what happens on the journey escaping the matrix. The resentment, there's too much resentment, because most people, almost every single one of them, betrays you, bites the hand that feeds them, abandons you. People start acting in all sorts of different ways, and every level you climb up, there's more attack, there's more hate, even though you're not doing anything bad. Because what happens is, you understand as you evolve, you understand the fundamental truths of reality. Every new level, the rules of reality itself changes. The nature of it's like people right now, if I talk about Elon Musk, I don't understand anything what that guy goes through. I'm not saying he's a good person or a bad person, or he's doing the right thing or the bad thing. You can just take out the morality, take out the logic, take out all of that. I'm just saying I cannot understand him in any single way, because he is so many levels. I'm not talking about business and money either. I'm just talking about consciousness, the levels of reality above he is. How many cycles of the hero's journey he's gone on to be who he is so much further ahead. So even though he can have a conversation with me, he will be naturally leaving out so many different things, because if he were to talk to me the way he actually thinks, it would cause me this cognitive dissonance. And that's what it is, cognitive dissonance. When you tell people, like when I talk to my parents now and I try to explain the things that I know, and this is what happens when entrepreneurs start the journey. You start explaining to your friends and your family all these things, and they're like, what, like that's some bullshit. Because what's happening is, their belief systems, everything these people have known all their life is clashing with what you're saying. And you might be right, you might be right, but for them, these belief systems are so hardcore programmed. It's so hardcore programmed that every time somebody says it, it's like you're trying to destroy their reality essentially mentally. That's why they have so much anger and they have so much this towards you, because it's like you're actually fucking with their head. You think you're doing the right thing, and I'm saying this because I know I've made this mistake so many times. It's like you think you're saying the right thing, but people don't want the truth because the illusion is getting broken, and it's a problem. And that's why all these sayings are there in like the Bhagavad Gita, which says like, he who does my work and has no hatred for any creature, he comes to me. Because when you're breaking through the matrix and you're evolving like a spirit and you're going higher and higher and higher levels in your hero's journey, it's like most people cannot understand you. They cannot match your level of love. Just pretty much that's what it is. The greater the hero, the more love he has. It's so weird, and it's like girly or gay or whatever to say that, but it really is just that. The higher the hero, bigger the hero, the more love. And the more love based is it. Love means doesn't mean hugs and kisses. Love means that healing, that divine cosmic all encompassing energy. That's what the hero is. And the higher you go in that, the bigger the hero you become, and the more truthful you are, the more honest you are, the more protective you are, the more like all of these things. So it's very weird, this journey breaking out. And I've seen like successful entrepreneurs post online saying like, this journey consumes too many people because they don't get to the other side without getting corrupted by the resentment. And I can completely agree with that, because last year, 2024 end, when the journey was like the darkest point and just testing every single lesson I've learned. I'll make another video on that also, but just like testing every single thing. The resentment was just like the hatred almost for every single person that fucked me over and like that did wrong by me when I did nothing but right by them. I'm like, I don't deserve this. Like, like you just want to like spit on these people almost. Like there's this genuine like internal war that every person goes through, and it's genuine resentment that can corrupt and make you bitter. And that's what happens to a lot of entrepreneurs and artists and politicians and successful people. A lot of successful people on the way to the top lose themselves. There are a lot of bad people that are like politicians and businessmen and like successful people, and they've always been evil and they've always been bad. They were born like psychopaths and narcissists, and they were abused as children. They had bad lives. But then a good size amount of people lose themselves on the journey. And I can tell you, bro, it is very hard. And I have some recorded videos of me just like talking to the camera and just uh, like brain dumping and getting it out. And I haven't released it, I'm not uploading it. Maybe I'll upload it someday, like part of like a documentary or something. But that genuinely is a big component of the journey. And I can tell you, like, hand in my heart, the biggest reason I was able to like just overcome that was simply out of my loyalty to God and like life itself. Is like, I just don't want to do I just don't want to like hate these people and like lose myself and then lose like everything that you gave me, and then lose your favor and like just go to the other side, the side of darkness. And that thing, you know. And what helped me is just always choosing like the truth and just aligning myself to it, and just being that person that just is almost painfully honest and almost uh, painfully, what do you say, sincere, and painfully loyal and painfully open hearted. No matter how many times this thing, I still trust, I still give, I still welcome, I still help, I still love. Like, I've had the kinds of betrayals that after which you just never trust any friend, any guy, any girl. Like, I've had all that, but I continually keep opening my heart and keep giving. because that's it. The second I close up, and the second I like choose to get corrupted by the resentment, and the second I stop saying like, yeah, everyone is like this, nobody's innocent, everyone is like this, and just like give in to it, and like yeah, everyone is like this, why should I, like, why should I be the bigger person, why should I be the better person, why should I do the right thing, all the bad people are getting away with it, and this that, and it really is that you're not doing it for other people, you're not doing it for the world, you're doing it for yourself. Actually, that's the craziest thing. You're doing it for yourself, because life, like I said beginning, it's like it's lived in here. Your thoughts and your feelings and your actions create your reality, and when you do the right thing for the world, you're actually just doing the right thing for yourself, and it's a single player game. Like, I don't want to go too hardcore in this video also. I want to keep some stuff, like to myself, but it really is a single player game. There are all realities exist, all possibilities exist, and no matter what other people are doing around you, your soul is in your keeping alone. It really is like that. There's a lot of things I want to say, but your soul is in your keeping alone, and you make the choices that determine how your life plays out. And I can tell you that if you do the right thing and you're just sincere to who you are and what your conscience calls you to do and what it says, your conscience is like literally God, it's your soul, and it's like you do that right thing, bro. It's like it's right for the world, and the world will pay you back. It'll pay you back in ways that are just like in like I don't know, incomprehensible or whatever. It's gonna happen. No, and I'm telling you, people will hurt you, people will punish you and try to, because you have to understand that side of things also, the war side of life, because it's very hard for people to accept all of this. And so yeah, it's a weird video, but I think it's maybe my most important video, because the hard work and the skills and the strategies, people talk about this stuff, nobody talks about the dark aspects of the journey. And this is where I feel people fail. People get cheated on in a relationship and they lose hope. People get betrayed in business and they lose hope. Their friends abandon them and they turn a page and they become a bad guy. And then every guy I've seen that's like immoral when it comes to dating and relationships and doing things, it's just that dude is broken, bro. He got so betrayed, and that darkness consumed him. And I've been there. No matter what you go through, you can judge anybody and everyone however, because they did you wrong, but be careful, because whoever you judge and condemn, you will also become like. And there is a point on your journey when you literally, the roles get reversed and you have the exact same choices to make, and a lot of people don't survive that. And luckily I have been able to. So far so good, but again, it's just a choice you make, that moment by moment, to dedicate yourself to what's true, what's right. And that's part of my mission here in this video also. It's just like leave these little nuggets for you guys, whoever is chasing their delusions.